European-inspired logo and stuff. They do a sharp job on this.
I could just wear my platform shoes one day if I really chose to.
Hey, well, good morning, everyone. I'm Scott, and if you've seen some of my other videos, on occasion I get to ride other bikes, and today I'm fortunate enough to check out this Triumph Speed 400. My friend Les at the Power Sports store and his team, they're a lot of track guys. I think every one of them pretty much are track guys. And they just got this Triumph line. This is their first official motorcycle line. And one of the reasons I wanted to ride the Triumph is the Speed 400 is probably going to be one of their most sought after models, because I think the price point on this is only like right under $5,000, $49.95 or $49.99, whatever, few bucks. So I want to go over and I want to ride this Triumph and go over a little bit as far as how it feels, how it handles. Now that I've ridden many different bikes, it'll be a good experience. And yeah, the Power Sports store right here in Sharonville, Ohio, which is near Cincinnati, Ohio, but people come all over from the Midwest and all over to have Les and his crew basically tune their track bikes. They got a dyno machine, they got a moto trainer, so you can't find it probably anywhere else, at least in the Midwest, that has the experience and the equipment that Les and his team have. So I'm real fortunate to live 20 minutes from there. But let's talk about this Triumph. So I appreciate the folks there for letting me check it out. And guess what? See this? Key. Beautiful. Because see, on my bike, and I've talked about this before, on my bike, I have the key fob, they call it. I like a manufacturer that has a key. It is simple. There's no complication. So the first thing I noticed about Triumph, they make a key. Isn't that beautiful? Thank you, Triumph. But yeah, let's ride this thing. I want to see how it handles, and we'll talk a little bit about once we get it on the road here. So you got the key, obviously. When you fire this up, nice analog digital display. It shows your gear indicator, your odometer, and all that good stuff. So let's see what this puppy can do. Got a really nice tone to it. When I get on a bike that I haven't ridden before, I like to do the friction zone. I like to get a feel for the clutch, because every bike's a little different. This one has you gotta let it engage for, it's not a really quick, you got plenty of room, so you just get a feel for the clutch and then you're good to go. It's got a really nice feel to the clutch though. So yeah. It's nice to ride a bike when you can grip the gas tank with your legs. It just feels a lot more stable.
So this is my first time on a Triumph, and feels really nice. This is a smaller bike. This is Triumph's, like I said, this is Triumph's entry-level bike, I guess you would say. It's got a really attractive price point, which is cool. And it could be something that, even if you're a new rider, got a lot of power to it, actually. That's a lot of fun compared to like something I ride. It's just nice to have that power. Got a nice feel to it. It feels well balanced. I mean, yeah, it's really cool. Really nice, really nice. I love the power on this thing.
Triumph originated in England and began manufacturing motorcycles in 1902. They are sold in over 50 countries around the world and are the largest UK-owned motorcycle manufacturer. Triumph places this bike in their modern classics lineup, along with the Scrambler, Speed Twin, Bonneville, and the Thruxton RS. The Speed 400 is an all-new design for Triumph for 2024, and at a retail price of $49.95, this is a great way to own a Triumph and is much easier on the wallet. This bike might be a great choice for a new rider or someone seeking a smaller single-cylinder displacement engine that's both light and nimble. 398cc with a curb weight of 375 pounds equals plenty of power. Weight capacity is roughly 350 to 400 pounds. It shares the same engine as the Scrambler 400X. Top speed on this bike ranges from anywhere to about 90 to 100 miles per hour.
The mirror layout on this is nice because they extend far enough where I don't have to tuck my arms in, and I'm a bigger guy, so I don't have to. On my bike, I got to tuck my arms in more to my body, but this has a really nice layout to it. And they can be adjusted, but they look perfect to me. Now, the seat height feels a little bit lower than mine. I can almost keep my feet flat. My heels are off the ground just a little. I want to get on the highway a little bit just to kind of feel the power of this bike. Oop. I didn't mean to honk at her. Sorry about that. I was trying to disengage the indicators, and I hit the horn. She's probably like, I'm hurrying, I'm hurrying.
Fuel economy is about 60 to 70 mpg on average, or even higher with highway cruising. Ranges can be as low as 48 up to 80, so like anything else, it depends upon your riding style. One of the biggest factors on my own bike is because it's only 150cc motor. I really don't like to ride on the highway. I can, and if you watch some of my videos, I demonstrate that a few times. But top speed on my bike is about 67 full throttle, and that's not really comforting. Therefore, my bike is probably not something you'd want to ride on the highway a lot, if at all. But this, you know, being a 400cc motor, yeah, you got plenty of room for acceleration to get out of tight spots and things like that. So you can ride this on the highway with ease. And I think anything over 400 is probably that threshold where it is highway capable. So I never really felt intimidated. I never felt that I was getting tailgated by anybody on the highway, even though I just went on a short little trip here. It has really plenty of power. I got up to about 70 miles an hour with ease. And I believe I was only in 5th gear when that happened, so I had plenty of room to go. You can go to Triumph's website and look at all the specifications, all the accessories. I'm not going to cover every single thing in this video, or it would be 4 hours long. But I wanted to stretch out a little bit, open up the throttle some, and this bike is still kind of new, so I didn't want to grind it too much. You know, there is a break-in period that I'm aware of, and I don't know what that is, but usually it's under 1,000 miles, so you don't want to go full bore on them right away. So I was kind of taking it rather easy. It's just something to note when you get any new bike.
Yeah, this is night and day compared to a 150cc engine. So when I'm on the highway, I don't feel at all underpowered, I should say. It's got plenty of torque, plenty of power, so this can be ridden on the highway with ease. I got up to 70 coming on the entrance ramp like in no time. Got a 6-speed gearbox, so you got, you know, you can cruise at highway speeds without worrying about having to rev up too high, you know, with the 6-speed, so that's nice. And like I said, this is analog and digital. Got a really smooth clutch, actually. It's got a little, you know, it's got a wide range, so sometimes that's better, especially if you're a newer rider, because you don't have to worry about stalling it out. So it has a really, and I'm sure that can be adjusted, but I like the range of this because you've got plenty of room for, you know, whatever your comfort zone is. You know, looks like he's a Triumph. Looks like probably one of the guys from the power sports store. This seat's actually pretty comfortable. I guess it sits a little lower. I'll have the seat height right here. But yeah, it sits a little lower than my bike, which gives me a little bit more balance. But I've always liked the Triumph European inspired logo and stuff. They do a sharp job on the graphics. And again, I mean, for a price point right under $5 grand, you know, you can get into a Triumph, which is, to me, it's a pretty good deal. My bike was $5,000. It's only 150cc, right? So
You get a 400cc at an attractive price point, and yeah, I mean, you can't beat that. They're gonna do well with this model. Now they have the Scrambler X too that I'm gonna check out next, and it's pretty much the same bike, except that it may be a little better for, yeah, if you live out in the country, or you do a little bit of off-roading, if you go on dirt sometimes. The other bike, the Scrambler I'm talking about, the lines on this bike is really, they just kind of flow. I like that design on the tank. So again, your speedometer, you got your RPM over here on this side, you got your gear indicator, and you can look at all the specs on that, your fuel gauge, so everything at a glance, and of course your miles per hour. This goes up to 110. I don't know, I'm sure the bike might be able to do that, but I'm not going to find out because I have no desire to go that fast. But again, you can ride this on the highway with no problem whatsoever, and it'll keep up and more. But I know Triumph has a lot of options as well, manufacturer options that you can put on these bikes. I was looking at their website, and they got just a galore of options. You can ride a pillion on this if you would like to. But yeah, it's got a nice wide seat to it. It's actually very comfortable. Nice leather. It's the padding's good on it. It's a lot more comfortable than my bike, honestly. The seat on my bike is more like a park bench, but this is actually really nice. I wouldn't mind riding this for a longer distance. Electronic start. So you can do trip. Here's your trip, miles per gallon, miles. You got just different settings when you press the menu button here. There's your RPM indicator. Got a really smooth clutch to it. I'm impressed by that, actually. So ABS is standard on this. It's got what they call switchable traction control, but traction control is always nice, obviously. And they got something called torque assist clutch, which makes shifting a lot easier. And I can tell it's just so effortless to switch gears on this. I really like that clutch feel. It's got a really nice sound to it, the tone of that muffler. So if you're new to the Triumph line, which I am, this is my first time I've ever ridden a Triumph, this would make an excellent bike for someone just wanting to get into the line, maybe a newer rider, maybe someone that just wants a lighter, more agile bike. I think this would be an excellent fit. It's not heavy.
handles really easily. Yeah, I would love to own one of these. Actually, this is a really nice bike, and you don't know till you ride them. You know, pictures are one thing, but until you actually get on a bike and you ride it, that's a whole nother ball game. But yeah, I can come to a stop and I have more balance actually than the bike I ride, because again, almost flat-footed. Not quite, my heels are off the ground maybe an inch, but that's okay. I could just wear my platform shoes one day if I really chose to. Maneuverability. Actually, it's not too bad at all. Really easy to maneuver this thing. I'm not used to the bike really yet, but it doesn't take long to get used to it. I'm already kind of there. It's doesn't feel any heavier than the bike I ride, honestly. Well, it is, but it's not. The feel of it, I guess because of the nice balance to it, you can go in and out of these lines one parking space at a time. Almost. I just don't want to take any chances on it because it's not my bike, but I'm not going to drop it or anything. Worst case, I'd have to put my foot down. But yeah, see. But every time you ride, just do that. Go into a parking lot and maneuver between there, and you get used to a bike really quickly. Yeah, really, I just love the feel of this thing. It's seriously, it's a very balanced bike. They do a nice job, Triumph does, on this. Can't wait to check out some other ones. This is so this is the power sports store. They didn't get their they don't have the signage yet. I think they're still waiting on their Triumph sign, but yeah, come on out and check it out. Again, this is in Sharonville, Ohio, the power sports store. They got the new Triumph line. They also sell other bikes, as you can see here: Aprilia, Ducati, Suzuki. Just some of their used bikes. And look at that one, that's cool. And they got plenty inside too.
Well, I hope you found this video useful regarding the Triumph Speed 400. I've never ridden the Triumph before, and I was pleasantly surprised how well balanced and refined it is for a smaller bike. At a price point of $5,000, the Speed 400 is a lot of machine for such an affordable price. The important features for me were comfort, modern technology, and of course, style. If you considered a Triumph bike in the past, but the cost factor may have deterred you, now's your opportunity to get into one. So if you're in the Cincinnati, Ohio area, or anywhere in the Midwest, the drive out to meet the crew at the Power Sports store will be well worth the trek. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.